receivers suck, and like I think we both kind of just were like, well, D Wiggins is going to be close to 1,000 yards because someone has to, right? Well, apparently no. Apparently
Someone.
no. Like they can all be terrible, and they are.
I want to pull up like the stats real quick for the Canes
because I just expected, by virtue of Rhett Lashley being here, I was just like, the numbers will come. Someone has to catch those balls, but apparently no. Like that. Like I think that's where we missed, was that we assumed that because Rhett Lashley was here that the numbers would just happen, and they haven't.
So, yeah, for right now, Mike Harley has 15 catches. Mark Pope has 10. Cameron Harris has 10, which I didn't see. D. Wiggins has 9. And Brevin Jordan leads the team with 18 catches. Besides Jordan's, receiving production, it's pretty sparse. So, Brevin Jordan has 3 receiving touchdowns. Jalen Knighton has 1 receiving touchdown. Will Mallory has 1 receiving touchdown. And the trio of Pope, Harley, and Wiggins has a combined 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying, man. Is I think that's where we went wrong. We assumed that numbers would just happen, and then, because at least in my head I was thinking De'Aaron King is going to throw for 3,500 yards this year, so who's gonna get it? And I guess no one is popped enough for, I don't know. I mean, you can see it. There's no one who just commands attention in the wide receiving core. So
yeah, it's pretty sad. I'm really hoping tomorrow is the Will Mallory game and he is targeted a lot, because I know Pitt's weakness on defense is their secondary. So just please exploit that. Don't keep trying to run an inside zone with Cameron Harris. If it's not working, please God, don't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, shout out to our boy Stefan. He's been creating the movement, free Mike Redding. So
yeah, I really think that's where I am too. I don't know. I feel like maybe sometimes I'm a little too hard on our guys, which I don't want to be, right? I know that they're young kids and they have feelings and stuff, and they're putting in work and stuff, but at this point I'm over it. I'm over our wide receiving group because there's no production. The optics aren't good. There's no hope for improvement because they're all older. So let's
that was so sad sounding.
Dude, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I said that me and you could get as much separation. It's because they're getting 0, and so me and you could go out there and get 0. It's not hard to get completely blanketed by somebody. My dead grandmother could do that. So
Yeah, tomorrow this offense it has to bounce back. For the first 3 quarters against Clemson, the defense was not the reason we were getting destroyed. It was the lack of production from the offense. And this is the kind of game where Rhett Lashley has to earn that paycheck. How do you bounce back against Pitt has a strong defense. So how are you going to bounce back against one of those teams that is strong defensively?
Yeah.
Is it bad that I'm slightly nervous for this game?
No, dude.
Not nervous in the way that I think we may lose, but just nervous in the way that I don't know how we're going to look.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I have a tendency to be a little bit of a downer. I'm very worried that our offense got exposed, because our offense kind of half got exposed. We should go back and listen to our post-game UAB, ranting and stuff, because our offense kind of got exposed. Like I was saying, it didn't look great. Cam busted a few big runs, but other than that, we really, we didn't pop. We didn't look elite.
Yeah.
And then we played FSU and Louisville, who have horrible defenses and looked great, but we still have some tough games left. We're not playing FSU for the remaining 6 games or whatever.
Yeah. That's a very, very good point. Yeah, that Vautech game and UNC game, and honestly, the Pitt game, it could be a struggle.
It could, and like, I don't know, our defense is mediocre. It really is. It's not bad.
Mediocre?
Yeah, I think it's mediocre. I don't think it's bad. But it's the worst defense since Manny's been here, and we're gonna give up 30 points to Vautech and UNC, like almost no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah. We need, I mean, Pitt is we
Do you think that we'll be able to hold Vautech and or UNC to under 30 points?
I think we could hold Vautech possibly to under 30 points. UNC is going to be tough, but you never know, like, as the season progresses, what adjustments are made because, last year they made adjustments, put in Gregory, whatever his last name is, the big guy, Rousseau, in their middle of the season. And hopefully,
I mean, I want to give our D a little more credit. It's on the better end of mediocre. Like, we got stops versus Clemson. They weren't the issue. I mean, did they give up 42 points? Yes. Did they give up enough stops that we should have been competitive in that game? Yes. So credit to them. They kept us hanging in there. Like, they showed up to play a lot more than our offense did. But I mean, I was thinking that we'd have 2 elite units this year, and I'm starting to feel like maybe we have 0. I think we have 2 good units, but not 2 elite units.
Yeah, I think our special teams unit is pretty good.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yes, agreed.
It was last year.
And what I mean by that is, like, if you remember, we were saying, dude, we could have a top 30 offense and a top 30 defense. Well, I'm not thinking that we have top 30 either if everyone plays.
Yeah, I think tomorrow's going to be like a huge game in terms of momentum, because if we play the rest of the year like we did the first 3 games, I think we could have a top 30 offense and defense. But if we allow this Clemson game to continue to beat us for several more games this year, then we're right back to 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that I'm just underrating UAB. Like, I just keep thinking back to that game and how, like, they looked like Clemson light, and they really did all the same stuff to us that Clemson did, and it was effective. Obviously, we were just too talented, but do you know what their record is right now?
I do not.
I'm gonna look it up real quick because
I think UAB's looked pretty good since we've played them. What is it? Let's see. So they're 3-1.
Okay. They beat USTLA. Wait, is that their name?
They beat South Alabama and then TSA. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not the strongest competition.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, maybe they aren't that good. I don't know, man.
I still think they might be the second best team we've played this year.
They are, but I mean, they beat Texas at San Antonio by 8 points, and they beat Arkansas State by 10, or Central Arkansas by 10.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like they're not blowing the doors off people.
No, they're not. Tomorrow's just, it's we can't overstate it enough. It's a big game, and I know that Pitt's not ranked or anything, but just in terms of confidence and momentum, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's so big, and we need to come out there and just beat the hell out of these guys. Like, we need to do that. We need to have the players excited in the locker room and the fans excited after the game. I mean, we can't. These fans, after a loss, spend all week either you're like the ship is sinking or you're trying to come up with ways to hide the bad.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Sides.
I really just, I don't know, man. This is the game that will determine if we're a team that goes 10-1 or if we're a team that goes 7-4.
Damn it. Yeah. Yeah. Because if you think about it, this is when the schedule gets a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
So this is like Clemson was a wake-up call.
Yeah, and it should have been, because we saw the signs. Like there was nothing new in that Clemson game. So.
Good point, man. Good point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, brother. Is there anything else we got to go over?
No, I think we're good. Go Bills.
go Bills. Yeah. Yeah, big game tomorrow. We will be back on either Sunday or Monday. We're going to get back to the reaction show, and please God, if you're listening to us, just please make it a good reaction show. Yeah. So, we will talk to you guys then. We love you guys, and go Canes as always. Let's get this. Let's get a W.
Yeah, go Canes.
This has been the Fours Up Podcast. Remember to like,